I think we are live. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
All
It's
right. My name is Leejay,
and I'm Melissa.
and welcome to day number 16 of our live challenge. It is a bit late here in Canada now.
Yes,
It's
it's 10:28
10:28.
p.m.
Yeah.
So majority of our neighbors here are probably
Asleep.
sleeping.
The kids are sleeping, except that one right there.
Yeah,
Where?
she's a late sleeper.
That one there. She went for a nap, and yeah, I was up a bit late today because I was watching the live streaming of my uncle's funeral, actually, and it's a bit, you know, um, I did a bit of reflection of
Mhm.
how short
Life
life
is.
is, right? And there's a ton of different, you know, um, problems that people think until they are at the last breath, right? And it all seems to be just you know um, a blip, right? A small portion in the universe, right? So
Mhm.
um, yeah, but we're still here. We're gonna do this 90-day live challenge. Today's number 16,
Yeah.
right? And what are we talking about today?
Yeah, so today we're gonna be talking about personal motivation techniques.
Wow.
So it relates to yesterday's topic, which is
Hmm.
sources of motivation. This time it's going to be something that is personal to us, the ones that we actually
Do.
use
Yeah.
and we do. And,
Hmm.
you
What do you do for
know.
personal motivation?
Well, for
Something that you do.
me, um, when when I go out in public, when
Mhm.
I go and attend parties,
Mhm.
probably business parties, I would first of all, I would first of all make this affirmation. Like I would say things to myself, and I'm gonna be like, I am ready. This is my moment. This is
Yeah.
my time. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready.
Try to pump yourself up,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
So that motivates me. It makes me feel alive, makes me feel like I'm ready to face the day
Mhm.
and to face the people because I'm an introvert.
Right.
I'm not so much on parties or meeting
Mhm.
with people, but I know that being in business, you have to meet people, and I love being in business.
Mhm.
And so I would meet people if it means that the business that we're doing
Mm.
is gonna be more successful, right? Like I would do it. So I would sometimes act like I'm an extrovert, even though I'm not. And you know, I
And
would,
that pumps you up when you
yeah.
act that way.
And well, yeah,
You
it,
feel
it
like
pumps me out when I make affirmations to
mm,
myself. I say that I'm ready. This is my time. This is my moment.
mhm.
I am ready. And also, I listen to music.
Good.
Um,
What kind of music?
like the ones that I listen to are
Taylor Swift music, or what is kind of music do you
no,
listen to?
like uh,
Gospel music.
yeah, some gospel music,
Yeah.
but the ones that are girls, the feminine related, like the ones that this is my fight
Oh, get
song,
a fight song.
take back
Yeah.
my life song.
Something like that.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
There's another song that I sing, brave, right?
Bahay Kubo.
No. Yeah,
What?
yeah, the things that makes me brave every day. um yeah.
That's a pretty good technique to get
Yeah.
motivated, right? Sing something,
Yeah,
right?
singing.
Do some affirmation, right? I think that will work.
Yeah, for
Uh,
you, what's your motivation?
I don't know, motivation techniques. I think I'm born motivated. uh, it's funny because I used to work in an environment where we actually call people and or call clients, um, and within these calls, it can be very intimidating at first, and you would experience a ton of rejections, right? And so
Mhm.
whenever I feel the rejection, when people say no to you, I usually, or people are not answering their phone calls, and people in the floor, right? People that are close to me will hear me yell, literally yell, um, pick up the phone, your dreams are calling you. And I'll probably
Yeah.
do that a few times
Mhm.
until my energy goes up. And interestingly enough, the people that I yell to pick up the phone usually picks up the phone, right?
Mhm.
It's weird. It's this
Yes, it's
energy
the
that the
vibration. Yeah, the
vibration, right?
energy.
And
Yeah.
one of the things to motivate us also is, and I've learned this actually in a personal development seminar that we've attended
Mhm.
in the past, right? And it's an awesome seminar. It's a life changing seminar, and there was a story there where apparently that there's this CEO in a huge company, and that this particular executive, when he walks into a room full of people, for some reason the people wants to be with this person, right? And this, I think this is a Japanese person. We're gonna call him Yokohama, right? Mr. Yokohama or Yamamoto or whatever, right? Mr. Yamamoto, right? So you see this, his face really serious. He's a business person. He means business, and for some reason, the people around him just really wants to hug him and kiss him
Mhm.
and be with him. And yet you see this guy, older gentleman, right? Asian dude that's a bit serious, Mr. Yamamoto. Um, and one day, like they ask him, right? So,
Yeah.
Mr. Yamamoto, what do you do? Like, what? Why do you attract people, and people really wants to be with you, right? And that when he speaks, like people just really listen to him
Listen. Yeah.
and be with him and want to be with him.
Yeah.
And then he said, well, if I tell you the secret, you're probably not going to believe me, right? So he said to the reporter, whoever asked him the question, he said that every single day when he wakes up, he's like, this is my secret, right? And I never really told this to anyone, but I'm going to tell them to you right now,
Yeah.
that every day when I wake up, right, I go straight to the washroom and I would yell, I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm excited, right? That's
Yeah.
exactly what he's gonna do, right? He's gonna jump
Jump
up
up
and
and
down,
down.
saying, I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm
Yeah.
excited, right?
Yeah.
And everybody's just looking at him, it's like, wow, you're crazy, right? What are you talking about,
Yeah.
right? Uh, until they actually tried it themselves, right?
Yes.
And if you try it right now, like if you're watching this live
Yeah.
and you say, you know what, Leejay is full of crap, right? Maybe it's not
Maybe
true, right?
you can try for
Um,
yourself.
try it for yourself,
Yeah.
right? Yell, I'm excited, maybe 5, 6 times.
Yes.
Early in the
Jump up
morning,
and
jumping
down.
up and down, and something good is gonna happen. And I
Yeah.
promise you that I've tried it so many times.
Yes. I believe him, guys, because I've done it too,
Yeah,
and it works.
and she's seen me a few
Yeah.
times.
Oh, we did that a couple times,
Yeah,
like together. We would hold our hands together and we would jump. I'm excited. I'm excited.
up and
Yeah.
down, right?
Yeah.
Yelling, I'm excited, and you just watch your day just unfolds
Yeah.
into this beautiful, beautiful day, right?
Day.
Unexpected blessings are gonna come,
Yeah.
unexpected phone calls,
Mhm.
unexpected checks in the mail, unexpected opportunities that are gonna
Yeah.
come. And when you yell like, I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm excited, it's you're changing your vibration, right? You're changing the laws of the universe. And
Yeah.
when that happens, and you know what, Nikola Tesla said this very clearly, that if you want to understand the laws of the universe, think of vibrations and energy. And when you change your energy early in the morning, right, it's gonna work magics, right? And I think that's one of the personal motivation techniques that I've used over the years.
Yes.
I've
Yeah.
always worked in business though. I've always worked in sales and business in very high stress environment, right?
Mhm.
And I experienced a ton of rejections, a ton of negativity at work, or in the industry that I work with, right? There's always this negative vibration that's coming up. Now, I have to decide: do I ride with that negativity, or do I create my
My
own
own
positive
positive.
vibration,
Mhm.
right? And that's why I scream like I'm excited almost every morning
Yeah.
before I go to work.
Yes.
And it's
And it's funny because this personal development seminar, it was a 3 day seminar. And for me, the one thing that I came out of
mhm,
it is that one technique. And then we have used it for years
for
now.
years. Yeah, yeah.
When was that seminar? I think 2017. Yeah.
2017, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
we've been using that technique to really pump you up,
Yes.
especially if you're feeling down, right?
Yeah.
There are times where we don't see success in the businesses that we do, or if we launch something and we feel like it's kind of like dying, right?
Hmm.
Or there's no traction, or there's nothing going on in that particular business or particular project,
Yeah.
and so we just switch it around, right? Be excited, right?
Yes.
And do it first thing in the morning, right? First
Hmm.
thing in the morning, meaning before you even receive a phone call or look up your Facebook. And sometimes in Facebook, guys, like Facebook feed, um, when whatever your state of mind is from yesterday, it actually repeats itself,
Hmm.
on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So if you are watching crime scenes and like negative stuff, right? Or if you have a friend that you don't want to look at, right? Um, those actions are probably going to repeat itself the next morning, and
Yeah.
then the next morning, and then all of a sudden it's a week, and then 2 weeks, and then 2 months, 3 months, a year, right? All of a sudden
Hmm.
you're in it for the next 4 years, right? Being bombarded with negative stuff, right?
Yeah.
Negative comments from friends or people, and like it's funny
Yeah.
because
And that's
when
probably why
Mhm.
negative comments doesn't affect us that much.
It's funny because no, I noticed this, guys, when I watch reels or I watch
Mhm.
videos, and when I see Karen videos, right? Like this Karens of the world,
Yeah.
um, you
You know
know,
those.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah, those Karen things, and when
Karen.
I started watching just one video about
Yeah.
it, right? The next
The-
algorithm, the next video is about Karen,
yeah.
and then a
Or
Karen,
you're
then a Karen.
probably gonna experience Karen.
Right, and then all of a sudden,
in
when I
in
go
the
to the
grocery
mall,
store.
grocery store,
Yeah.
some Karen just
Some-
shows up and just didn't like what I'm wearing. Maybe I'm wearing whatever color,
or
blue or green or whatever.
maybe
But
maybe you're on the way in the hallway and then
some Karen showed up, right,
and
and
you
being
didn't
demanding,
move on the side and
right.
then you're like, oh
Oh
no,
yeah, I
shoot.
experienced that. There's
That
one time
happened
where
to
we,
us one time.
one time we were shopping, and all of a sudden somebody, right, a Karen showed up, and literally told me to just move aside, right,
Yeah.
because I'm on the way or something like that. But I knew already that it's a complete Karen situation. So I think I pulled out my cell phone just to be ready, right, for a Karen viral moment. Um,
Yeah.
but it didn't turn out really well. She just left, right, being a Karen.
Yeah.
So, anyways, the I don't want to fester
Yeah.
around the Karen
Yeah, we're
situation,
talking about
negativity.
personal
Um,
motivation
but to
techniques.
motivate yourself, really, there's a ton of different
Yeah.
techniques, right?
Yes.
And probably one of the most underrated technique is actually praying, right?
Mhm.
So I pray. Even though I jump up and down saying I'm excited, right? But before actually doing that, I pray, right? I talk
Mhm.
to God, and I show what my intentions are for the day, and I lift up the intentions, right, for the
Yeah.
day. And I think that just gives me an extra boost of um, certainty, right, that things are gonna roll out nicely, right, in the right way. So
Mm-hmm.
even though there are challenges and there's, you know, uh, rejections
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of these things that didn't go along uh, the way I wanted to go, you
Mm-hmm.
know, I ask God for help, right?
Mm-hmm.
And and when you do, and when you really pray in a truthful way, right, from your heart, you'll find that typically he'll answer you, right? Might not be
Right away.
right away, right,
Mm-hmm.
but there's always going to be an answer.
Yeah.
And the only thing to really tie it down, or to for it to make to for you to understand or to make
Mm-hmm.
out of it, is when you look backwards, right? When you look up backwards of the things that happen up to this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you probably understand, oh, that's the reason why I met this. That's the
Yes.
reason why I met Melissa.
Yeah.
Or, you know,
Or
that's the
that's the
reason why
reason why we had three
we
kids.
have three
Yeah.
kids, right? We got married
Yeah.
early, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, that's the reason why she took medicine in the beginning, and, you know, and I was in sales, right?
Yeah.
All of that is coming into this particular moment that, you know, that we call life,
Yes.
present moment that we live in, right?
Yes.
um, you know, to get motivated, think about that, right? Think about the
Mm-hmm.
blessings and the successes, right? It's easy to, um, it's easy to, uh,
To
what's the word I'm
miss.
looking for? It's easy to miss, right?
Mm-hmm.
The blessings that you have.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter what challenges we have along the way, there's always a blessing in disguise,
Yes.
right? And you know, just by counting your blessings is another technique of being motivated, right?
Yeah. Yes,
Um,
that's right.
right, to count your blessings is another technique of being
Mm-hmm.
motivated. And when
Yeah.
you just count your blessings, and maybe count from the moment you have
You walk.
consciousness, right? Maybe when you're 6 years old. Oh, thank you, Lord, for graduating kindergarten, right? Thank you, Lord, for
For being
uh,
in grade one,
being in grade one.
grade two,
Grade two,
all
I
the way
receive
to
a
high school.
I receive a certificate of perfect attendance when I
Yes.
was in grade two, and all the way to high school. Maybe you should count that way, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Lord, for surviving COVID. Right,
Yes.
that alone is a blessing in itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for giving me another year, right?
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
you know,
Leejay's birthday is coming up
it's got,
next month.
yeah. You know, these things really just pumps everything. I get pumped up just by thinking about it right
Yeah.
now. I get really, really
Yeah.
thankful, and I think those are the things that you know, motivational techniques that I can
Yeah.
share.
And that reminded me
Mhm.
of another motivational technique that I do a lot.
Mhm. Is
Is
what?
when I get things done, it makes me more motivated to do more things and get it done.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It's the dopamine
So
effect,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah, it's like when I check off something on my list, it
Mm.
makes me want to check off more things in my list.
Exactly.
So,
I was just reading this book called Atomic Habits. I mean, I read it
mhm,
like maybe 3 or 4 times, and I'm in the part. I think it's chapter 9, something like that, right?
yeah,
But he's talking about the importance of listing it down, right? So in
yeah,
terms of, you know, creating a habit, right? Make sure that you're following a streak, right?
mhm,
And you really don't want to break that streak, right?
yes,
And it just motivates you to do it again. And that's
yeah,
exactly why we're doing this on the
yeah.
what day is it?
Day
16th day,
16.
right?
And I think that's what's happening now because we're at it every day, and it feels like, it doesn't feel like work at all when we're doing this. It feels like we're just having fun and talking,
Just hanging out for
just hanging
15,
out,
20 minutes, maybe 30
chatting.
minutes, yeah, chatting.
Yeah.
um, and there's lots of these guys in our community, and the good thing about it is that we're really like-minded, motivated, highly positive people.
Yes.
And there's a ton of us, right? There's a ton of professional people, right?
Yes.
Anyone from nurses to engineers to doctors,
Mhm.
right?
Yes,
Um,
especially in our team,
mhm.
the Unstoppable Champions. There's people who are
In corporate, yeah,
human
HR.
resources management. There is a registered nurse, a retired registered nurse, and there's also engineers.
Military nurse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
military nurse,
Engineer, pilot
pilot
trainer.
trainers, right? So a lot of varieties of people who
There's
are
yeah,
professionals,
the professional people.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and they're doing the same thing as what we're doing. They're in the online business, the same as us,
The
and
thing to understand with online business too is that it's such a wide, it's such a huge industry, that I was just listening to this one of the mastermind. Um, you know, they mentioned that in this field, market penetration is less than 1%.
yes,
Right? Less than 1% market penetration, meaning there's really no one doing
not a
it.
lot of people doing it.
You might see a
Yes,
lot of people in your Facebook with some ads and things like that because of the algorithm,
yeah,
but really in a bigger
in
field
global,
globally,
yeah,
there's very few, right? There's very
yes,
few.
yeah.
And I was talking to I was attending a seminar earlier this year. In fact, it's only a couple months ago that I've attended this seminar, and it's about funnels, right? Like
Mm,
how funnel building is in the world. Like I took these seminars from Russell Brunson. He's the founder of ClickFunnels, and
yeah.
so it was an online seminar, and it's attended with thousands and thousands of people. And he
Mhm.
said in that seminar that, you know, as much as he wants for people to know about digital marketing, about how funnels are changing the world, right? The world of business, the world of digital marketing, people still don't know about it. In fact, there's only a million funnel builders in the whole world.
Yeah.
A million, right? In the United States alone, there's about 380 million people, right?
Mhm.
Philippines, there's about close to about 100 million people, right? If not, they already passed that. And and the whole world, right? Like we're close to what, 8 billion, 7 billion people. So, and the demographics of Facebook and YouTube, and all of these things, right?
Yeah.
Millions. What happened? What happened? What did you do?
Oh no.
Oh my gosh, she's just literally playing with yogurt right now. There we go.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my gosh, I mean,
Our little girl.
yeah.
She's a monster yogurt.
Yogurt monster.
Ah. Yeah, we gave her a yogurt to eat, but then she played with it.
Yeah. She probably thinks
Hey.
it's. You
Okay,
think
I'll
it's a
go
good
wash your
idea to
hands.
play with it, Amelia?
I'll go wash your hands.
Yeah. So, there's not a lot of people actually in this business, right? Um, and when you join a system like this, there's always going to be training. There's always going to be seminars and information sessions and a lot of different fun things, right? um, when it comes to the actual challenge that we're doing right now, this is because somebody challenged us, right, to do a 90-day live challenge, and we're enjoying it right now. We love it, right? Especially the topics that we have for you. I think it's packed with valuable information. I think it's packed with motivational content, right? It may or may not help you, right? But um,
Definitely helping us.
right, it's definitely helping us. Exactly what Mel said,
Yes.
right? Definitely helping
Yeah.
us. It may or may not help other people, right? But we can only hope for the best, right? Because it's not for everybody, right? The business that we're in is not for everybody, although it is presented to everybody, right? The
Yeah.
opportunity is given to everyone, right?
Yes.
Um,
Yeah. But if you are coachable and willing to learn, I think
What
you have
happened? What
so
happened?
much you can
You
do
pee?
about this business.
What happened? Did you poop?
Sorry. Made a
Yeah.
mess.
So if you're considering this, guys, and if you're a professional, and if you're already doing well in your career, and you still wanted something, right? You wanted to expand, or probably invest on something that can turn into a good investment, right? Um, check this out, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
I know you
Okay,
made a
it's
big
okay.
mess.
We'll clean it up.
We'll clean it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's mad. She's the one that made the mess, and she's the one that's mad, right? What was I saying?
Okay, here you go. Yeah, I know. We're gonna clean
She's
that up.
really upset. You're really upset?
Oh my god.
No? You're just explaining? Okay.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah. Kids are so much fun, guys.
yeah. Yeah. Amelia took a nap earlier, that's why she's not
Yeah.
sleeping yet.
Yes. She's a late night sleeper.
Yes, I will fix it later, okay? We'll fix it later, okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. um so that's it, guys. I think it's a great opportunity for everybody, right?
Yeah.
It's not for everybody, and yet if you are presented with this thing and you think uh, you are considering this and you're capable of doing this, right? Of course you are, right?
Yes.
Whether you
I think anybody could do it. No
anyone,
honesty. If other people can do it, why not you, right?
as long as you have the right mindset, you're coachable, you're willing to learn,
Yes. Yeah.
you are able to, you have the go-getter attitude, right?
Hmm.
um, there is going to be capital investment, right? There is an investment to start a business.
Yes.
It's
And just like any kind of business, or
mhm,
even if you're going to study, right? Like there is always an investment. If
mhm.
you're migrating to another place, there is an
Oh,
investment.
talk about investment and migration.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm actually in the employment and immigration field, right, at my professional work, and the amount of cash needed to migrate in Canada is incredible, right? I mean, we Filipinos pay for that. My mom did that. Mel's
Yes.
mom did that. Her family did that. An entire family of 9 people,
Hmm.
right? All migrated in Canada. Imagine the plane tickets that they need to
Yes.
pay for, right? Thousands and thousands of dollars, right?
Yeah.
And the housing and the food, the clothing,
Hmm.
everything else, right? But really I'm not nagging, or not nagging, but I'm not ranting of how difficult
But
life in
it's
Canada
just,
is.
yeah.
But it is still challenging, right? I
Yes.
mean, I know a lot of Filipinos can't make it. They go home. They literally go back to Dubai or to Philippines or to ever to wherever they're comfortable living in. And it's not for everybody, right? Even though Canadian dream is such a wonderful thing to
It's a
think
good
about.
dream.
It's a good dream, right?
Yeah.
But it's not for everybody, right? Um, I've spoken to hundreds and hundreds of people, wanting to come to Canada, and I've also spoken to hundreds and hundreds of people wanting to leave Canada, right? So it's not for everybody, but if it's for you,
But if you say that it's for you,
yeah, then it's for
then it's
you,
for you.
right? The stars were
The
aligned, the
stars
moons
will
were
align.
aligned.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden things are happening for you, right?
Yes.
That is for you.
Yes. It's the belief, guys. That
Mm.
you gotta believe that something is possible for you.
Hmm. And it is possible. You know what? Les Brown actually mentioned that, right? When his son is deaf, right? Born deaf. Not Les Brown. It was
Um,
uh,
Napoleon Hill.
Napoleon Hill.
Yeah.
Think and Grow Rich, right?
Yes.
Okay, do you want me to grab it? Right. Come.
Okay.
Go grab it.
Okay. Oh, you want? Tissue? Yes.
right? So Napoleon Hill um, had a son that was born deaf, and all the doctors, the
And
best
yeah,
doctors in the world, said that your son will grow up
that
deaf, right? You won't be able to hear, right? The the ear development didn't
just
work out
didn't
well, just didn't work out
develop.
well.
Yeah.
And he said that no, my son will hear, right? My son
Mm-hmm.
will grow up normally, and he will hear, right?
Yes.
And he just have that belief. And he asked the doctor if, you know
Is there a
is
possibility
there a possibility, right, for my son to
to
be
ever
to
hear?
to ever hear, right, to actually be normal.
Mm-hmm.
um and the doctor said yes, there is a possibility, right? And therefore he
Mm-hmm.
believed in that. He said,
Yes,
you know
even
what,
though it was just like 5% or 2%
or less than
possibility.
1% or
Yeah.
something like that, something
he be
ridiculously low.
yeah, he believed in the possibility. And then lo and behold, after I think it was 10 years,
Something like that,
something like that,
something very long
and
time.
something happened, and the child was able to hear,
Right. And
and he is speaking on stage now, talking about what happened to him.
right. So miracles do happen, and miracles, and as in a Christian world, we call this miracles, right?
Yes.
And miraculously healed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus healed the blind man, let the blind man see, right?
Mm-hmm.
The deaf hear, and even revive people from the dead, right? But not everybody actually believes in Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, it's because it's not for everybody, right? You are given the chance, and therefore it is up to you if you want to take action. It's the same thing with the business that we're in. It is up to you if you want to take action. It is up to you if you believe it, right? Believe that you're going to
Mm-hmm.
be successful. So I've seen a ton of people believed in the system,
Yes.
and they're the ones that actually paid um, you know $1 million worth of mortgage, uh,
That's
$300,000 worth of debt. Um, they're the ones that goes on vacation, truly goes on vacation for 6 months out of the year, right?
yeah.
Because obviously you have these people that try to go on vacation and yet they are in debt. And it's a very difficult situation, right? Because you really want to have a vacation for your family, but you can't afford it, and you still want it to go anyways, right?
Mm-hmm.
These are the things that are possible if you believe, right, in a particular system. And a smart man once told me that if there's no more option and there's only one option left, right, would you rather take that option, take the chance, right? Of
Mm-hmm.
course you would take that chance, right, because that's the
Yes.
only chance that
It's
you
the
have,
only
right?
option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a ton more that I really want to share, but I think we're gonna
Yeah.
end it at this time. It's about 11 o'clock our time now,
Yes.
but hopefully to see you guys tomorrow
Yeah.
morning,
Yeah.
um, and continue this conversation. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you so
Have a
much.
good
Have a good
night.
night.
God bless you.
See you
Take care.
tomorrow.